everyone, welcome back to new content of Cybrosys. In today's video, we will discuss about the checkout policy in Odoo 18 website module. It is possible to introduce the checkout policy under which customers can either check out as guests or sign-in users only. Customers can also check out as a guest and optionally sign up later in order to track their orders if enabled. To select a policy, go to the website module. From there, want the configuration and choose the settings. And from there, we have to choose the shop checkout process. And you can choose between. That is optional, allows the guest to check out and later register from the order confirmation email to track their orders. And the other one is disable, that is buy as a guest, which means that customers can only check out as a guest. And the last option is mandatory, that is no guest checkout, which means customers can only check out if they have signed it. So let's go with one by one. I'm going to choose the option as optional. So once you set the sign in up at checkout as optional, you just need to ensure that you have saved the changes in the configuration settings of the website module. Now let's see how can we purchase an item without signing in or up at checkout. So you can just log out from Michelle Admin and let's move on to the purchasing of the item. So here you can find the shop. So let me add the item to the cart. I would like to purchase the item customizable desk. So as I just move on to the item purchase, here you can see wizard and we can just proceed to checkout right now from here. Now let's continue with the checkout. So here you can see we haven't signed in because we have set it as optional. So let's check out. So before purchasing the item, see when you just continue with the checkout here, you can see that we have to fill out the details. So let's say that the yeah name of the customer is uh, Jasmine, and you can provide the phone number, and you can also fill out all other details over here. And afterwards, we also just need to provide the email address. And here you can see we can just continue checkout. So if you want to save this address, you can save that, or else you can just discard this. Now we just need to make the payment. So we are just going to choose the payment as the yeah demo over here. So if you want to save this details, payment details, you can just enable that field and let's click on pay now in order to make the payment. So currently you can see that without signing in, we have just made the order, or we have check out the item, and you can find every details over here. We just need to change the settings into disable, which means we will buy as a guest, which means that customer can only check out as a guest. So let's move on to the website and let me change the settings over here. So for that, you will just move on to the configuration settings, and from the configuration settings, we just need to set it as disabled. Okay, and let's save the changes that has made. As the as we have just enabled as the administrator, you can see the option where mandatory, like no guest checkout. Okay, now let's log out from this section and let's try to purchase something. And here the customer would like to purchase conference chair. Now let's want to buy now, and here you can see he's just going to make the payment. So he can just fill out all other details. So he's going to make the payment. And here you can see the customers successfully purchase the item by making the payment. So he's just purchasing the item being as a guest. Now let's log in the let's move on to the administrator and let's choose the other option, which is uh, the option as mandatory, that is no guest checkout. So in this case, the customer can only check out if they have signed in. Okay. So now let's move on to the website. Now here we just need to change the settings. So let's set it as mandatory. So once you set that as mandatory, we just need to save the changes over here. Now let's move on to the e-commerce, and here we can find all the customers of this website. Now I would like to choose a customer, that's Doris. And under here, you can see we just need to provide the other details here. In this case, we are just providing B2B access restrictions. So if you wish to restrict checkout only to business, then enable mandatory. Okay. uh, that is mandatory, no guest checkout and all. Afterwards, you can select the customer and we just need to grant the access. So I'm going to grant the access for the customer. So before that, you just need to ensure that it's a company, because here we are just performing uh, the business to business access restriction. So I'll be providing the address over here. Then you can provide the country. Then we have to provide the state. Afterwards, we just need to provide, um, yeah, city, that is Calicut. Then we also need to provide the PIN number. Afterwards, you can provide the tax, that is the VAT number. So I'm going to provide the VAT number over here as 12 AAAA, and you can provide it as 1234 AA2A. Okay. So once everything is set, we can just grant the access. So in order to grant the access, choose the gear icon and go to grant portal access. So as you just want to portal access here, now you can just grant the access. So once the access is grant, the customer will, I mean, this customer will be receiving a mail into her website. And here, as you just move on to the settings, here you would be able to find that we have manage users. So under the manage user, you would be able to find the Doris over here as a portal user. See, you can see the customer over here. Now let me change the yeah email over here as Doris, simply Doris as the email. And you can also change the password. So we can change the password over here. So let me change it and set over here. So once everything is set, we can just log out from this section. And now let's log in as the other user. So we just need to go with the sign in option, which means we just need to log in as the other user, that is Doris. And here we can provide the password of the customer and click on login. And here you can see that the customer can purchase from the uh, portal, which means here it is mandatory to uh, set the logining option, because the customer cannot be login as a guest or purchase up something. So once everything is set, the customer can purchase everything. Now let's go with paying method and all, which means payment method and all. So once everything is set, the customer can move into my account, and under your order, the customer would be able to see the order that is made. So currently it's the payment is done. So here you can see the order reference number with the item that is purchased by the customer. So if she wanna view the all other details, she can do that. And if she wish to make the payment, she can do that. So here you can see, as the customer try to make the payment, it's giving the notification that the payment has already been made on this invoice. So please make sure to not pay twice. And that's how we just deal with the um, yeah, sign-in policy in Odoo 18 website module. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching the video.